Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Noelle and I do unboxings, mostly lifestyle subscription boxes, but also some stationery, books, beauty, jewelry, travel, home decor, and even a dash of Disney. So if you enjoy unboxings, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell. And as always, if you're already subscribed, thank you again so much for being here and welcome back. Today is one of my favorite days of the month because I get to introduce you to the next very hefty installment of Safiya's World Music Tour. This is a fabulous new-ish subscription that takes you to a different destination each month through the art of music. She works with artists from around the world to bring us this really cool experience. There are 3 different subscription tiers. She has the general admission, which is $29.99, and that is mostly just the music downloads as well as some of the paper products. I think you might get the guide as well as perhaps some postcards. There is also the book bag, which is $59.99, and then you get some of the awesome travel and lifestyle items that are from the artist or from the country that's being featured, or things that would just sort of make your travel experience a lot easier and more enjoyable. And then finally, there is the full suitcase or the VIP experience, which has all of the items that are in the box. And you guys, there are so many things. Every single time I feel like she needs to get a bigger box, as well as a VIP experience where you get to join a Zoom meeting with the featured artist where they do a live performance for you. So you get a concert in the comfort of your own home. And what's really awesome about this as well is that 10% of the proceeds of this box actually go to that artist. And a lot of these artists have definitely been affected by the pandemic and the cancellation of so many of their shows and tours. So you can feel like you're doing something really great at the same time learning a lot about a different culture and supporting the arts. So I think this is such a fabulous subscription and a fabulous opportunity to sort of travel from the comfort of your own home. If you are interested in subscribing, you can use the code Noelle, just Noelle, and that will save you 20% on up to 3 renewals, which I think is pretty awesome. As always, I'll leave all of that information for you in the description box below. But let's go ahead and hop into the box because, like I said, it is always so full of items that I usually have to go through them pretty quickly just so that I can touch upon all of them. But the presentation is always amazing. She always does this sort of bundle where you have like your ticket with a QR code that takes you to the playlist for that country, as well as some decorations. There's always this compass, and there's usually a fun little keychain. She got a bunch of them when she first started the box. So this time I got a very cool red and bejeweled bird. You can see in the tail actually kind of moves. That's fun. And here is our compass, and then of course we have the cutout of the country, and the country that we are visiting for this month is Haiti, which I think is awesome. It's a country that I feel like is so underrepresented in the media, and people just don't necessarily think of it as a destination to go to, but the culture, the heritage of this place is so amazing, and I'm really excited to learn a little bit more about it through this box. There's always a really pretty wax seal as well that I feel bad taking apart, but I'm not going to hold it up for you now because I feel like I might actually lose a few items if I do. Like I said, it is so packed in here, but I'll show you some of the paperwork that she does include. One of them, of course, is our boarding pass with that QR code that I was mentioning. I'm seeing one of the first items and I'm really excited about it because it is some chocolate, I believe, from Haiti, which sounds exciting. And then we have our playlist guide, which is always chock full of all kinds of information if you were actually planning to do a trip there. Let me just flip through it real quick. So you can kind of see she has different QR codes for a virtual tour on the inside. She has a map. She has information about traveling to Haiti in terms of like what vaccinations they suggest getting. There is a nice little note in here from Safiya, and I feel like she has an affinity to this because she does have Caribbean heritage as well. So it says, "I'm honored to showcase this country this month. Unfortunately, Haiti gets a lot of hate in the media, and to me it is not right. Haiti is a country that has persevered and fought for not only themselves but for others, and not a lot of people are taught the whole truth about this nation. My goal with every box, but especially this one, is to teach as well as to give justice to a country's history, culture, and music. I hope after you go through this box you see just how amazing Haiti is." This is why I think this box is something that would be so enjoyed by an entire family as well. And when I've tuned into some of the VIP experiences, it's been really cool to actually see whole families watching and participating. We get a little bit, very cursory history lesson in here about the Haitian Revolution, some other historical sites to visit, a little bit about some of the items that are going to be in the box as well. So a little bit of probably about the vendors that she was able to interact with as she was sourcing the items. So I'll have to read a little bit more about that as I go through. And then of course we have in towards the back a little bit more information about the featured artist for this month, which is Zama, which sounds really awesome. So it's Rebecca Zama, but she goes by Zama on stage, and I'm so looking forward to listening to some of her music. I haven't had the opportunity to yet. She has some words of advice from the artist, some lyrics are written out. Let me see if I'm missing anything else. There's even a fun word search in the back to spend some time doing, and a little bit more information. So a nice hefty booklet in here, but she also includes what is called the passport, and this is actually the list of all of the items that are in the box. So this is what I use to reference as we go through the items, and I pull all of the amazing things out so you can kind of see this is what it looks like, all of the products that are in the box. And she does have them divided between destination items, and the booklet has more information on those, and then there's artist items and other things, and sometimes those are sort of more like lifestyle, sometimes they're more like travel related, but it's always going to be a good time. So inside, the first thing I'm seeing that is right on top that is really taking up a bunch of the space is a bag, which is really cute. It's by Vibella, so I think that is adorable. I love the bright red. I'm sure there were probably some variations in here, and I did see a paragraph in the booklet about the artist or about the creator of this. This is actually a really nice reusable bag. You can kind of see there's an inside pocket here. I love the red interior lining. They actually just kind of folded it down so it fit in there, but this is a really nice print, and you know we all love our reusable totes because we're all trying to be a little bit more eco-friendly and green. So that is one of our main items that is in here. I'm just trying to see if I see it on the list, but I did see it in the booklet. And then I always try to take a bunch of photos for you guys over on Instagram. This is one of the hardest boxes to photograph, again, because there are just so many items. We'll get into it in a little bit, but they always have this adorable little suitcase that has this like USB cassette. It's not an actual cassette. You don't have to have a cassette player, but this is the way to listen to the music by the artist that is featured. And then there's always a really fun luggage tag. Now I have so many luggage tags. I feel like I need to get more luggage and go on a really long trip so that I can have it on all of my bags, but we'll talk a little bit more about the artist as we get further into the box. So I'm just going to start going for it because otherwise we'll never see everything. So the first thing that I am pulling out is a wireless speaker with a pocket mirror. That is cool. We've gotten a few different Bluetooth speakers from her. This is what it looks like, you guys. You can see it's just kind of a little round pod, and then there is actually a mirror. I'll put that off to the side. That's an example of something that would be great for around your home, or of course when you're going to the beach, or of course if you are traveling. That's always nice to be able to listen to things. Wow, this is pretty cool. So we got a jewelry item that came in this lovely pink box, and I'm gonna see what this is. It says this is a fashion jewelry piece and a fashion watch. So we got a bracelet as well as a watch. Now I don't usually wear watches on my wrist, but I love that bracelet. I think it's really fun, and it's kind of a rose gold. So that's something you'll definitely be seeing over on Instagram once I have a chance to photograph it. So that's something good for travel, because that is probably the only time that I do actually wear a watch sometimes. You know, when you're going to different time zones and you need to know what time it actually is. So the next thing I'm seeing is a mug. We've gotten some really cool mugs in this subscription, and I believe this one she had specially made for this box because it has to do with the history of Haiti. So this is the image. It's on both sides. We've got this red interior. So let me just go ahead and quickly find this in the booklet so I can tell you about it a little bit. So where was that? I definitely saw it in here, and I think that it is definitely worth touching upon. So it says, I created this mug because I wanted this box to shed light on Haiti's resilient history. This symbol is Neg Moan, which means Black Moan. The symbol is an actual statue in the center of Port-au-Prince. It symbolizes Haiti's independence, resilience, the people's fight for freedom and liberation. The sculpture is significant. It portrays an enslaved man fighting for his freedom. He's still shackled, but the chains are broken. He blows a conch shell in his left hand to call others to gather to join the fight for freedom, and a machete in his right to show the strength to fight. The resilience of this symbol was made even more evident after the 2010 earthquake. Everything was crumbled and destroyed surrounding it, but Negma 1 was still left standing. So that is pretty cool, and I love the color, and it definitely kind of mimics some of the styling of the box itself with those sort of washes of watercolor. Let's see what else we've got. We've got so many things in this box, you guys. Here is another sort of self-care item, which would be nice to take with you on your trip. It is a 5-in-1 beauty care massager. So great to use with your cleansers, what have you. I think that's what it is, but this is always a nice thing to have. It actually even has one of those as seen on TV little notes. So that would be something that is in sort of the other things category. And then, wow, I'm seeing some more jewelry. So not only did we get that fun watch and bracelet, it looks like we got something else. This, I think, is the fashion pearl of the Antilles jewelry. So actually, they actually counted the 5-in-1 beauty care massager in the destination items. So it's kind of like turquoise, but it's not actually turquoise because it is that very, very bright teal. But I love this kind of styling. It's kind of got like a Southwest feel, honestly, to it. So here is an adjustable bracelet, as well as it's like a full set. So then we got also some earrings, which these I actually think are really cool. A little bit of dangle going on. And then I think there's even a necklace. So it is definitely a full set of jewelry, which of course you could break up. You don't have to wear it all together. Here is a nice big pendant on a very actually lightweight chain, even though it does look kind of chunkier. You guys know I don't usually wear the necklaces this long, but this might be something that I can pass on to someone else. I actually think the earrings are something that I would wear. So again, it's something that's nice because you can always regift it, part of it at least, to someone else. So we also got, ooh, this is exciting. So it's table pistache peanut brittle. So this is definitely like a Haitian delicacy. I think this is going to be delicious, and it doesn't look like it got too melty or anything. Definitely, I feel like Haiti is known mostly for like its food, at least in my mind. I had the opportunity to teach some Haitian kids back in college. It was like an after-school program, and they would like, they do little like demonstrations, and they showed me how to like make mashed plantains, and they were delicious. So I wonder if there's something in there. I don't think she put any plantains in the box, which would be a little bit messy, but it makes me think I have to remember how to make them. So this looks like a hot cocoa bomb to me. I'm not really sure, you guys. It looks like chocolate of some sort, so we'll have to double check, but let me see if I can see what it says about that. I think that it is. So we'll just go through everything in here first, and then I'll try to go through and see if I recognize anything that's in the booklet. This, you guys, is a Plantain Smasher. So this is pretty cool. It's like this big wooden thing. It's almost like a clamshell. It actually says Haiti on it. And I think she actually went back to Boston because they do have a pretty big Haitian community there. So it's just like 2 pieces of wood, and you use that to smash your plantains. So I'll have to go to like the Whole Foods and find out where I can get my hands on some plantains. Then we have, it looks like a sun hat. I don't know, it's like a pretty blue color. Not a color that I usually would wear. So let me see if I can just get this to open up. Hopefully, it looks like it must be one of those crushable ones because it definitely got rolled up in. She kind of used some rubber bands to keep it tight. So nice floppy little sun hat. And this one is in a really pretty like light blue kind of seafoam green. I still have so much more to go. It looks like I have another set of jewelry again in blue. So I'm not sure if maybe I accidentally got a couple of sets in here because this is a very jewelry heavy box. I think my favorite jewelry that I've gotten from Safiya so far is the earrings from Kenya. It's another necklace. This one kind of looks a little bit more like turquoise, as well as has some like sparkle and pearls to it. So maybe this is a fashion pearl of the Antilles jewelry, or maybe she just got a bunch of pieces and we were lucky to have a few different items in here from the same place. Ooh, this is cool. So this looks like a nice big scarf with some tassels. I'll have to open it up a little bit more for you guys over on Instagram, but this looks like a nice big tapestry. This is fun. I'm not actually seeing this on the list, but I'm sure that it's in there. But this so far is like probably one of my favorite items because I love the bright colors. I do like that there is kind of a red theme going on in here. That's kind of fun. Let's see. We also, it looks like, got a mortar and pestle, but of course there's something inside inside of it because she has to use every single inch in here. So let me just show you. This looks like a bamboo mortar and pestle, which is really cool. I love having these to make all kinds of different things. I think you could even use this to like make mofongo, which I think is more of a Puerto Rican thing, but you know, sort of same area. But here is our mortar and pestle, so you can do some cooking at home. I'm wondering if there's something in here that will help us out with that. I think there is. So look, this looks like almost a homemade jar of something. I think this is kind of like a seasoning, almost like a pesto or almost like a chimichurri sauce. It's épice, and it's actually made by the artist, you guys. It's made by Zama, so I don't know if it's épice or épice because, you know, they do have some of that French influence in their Haitian Creole. So we'll have to read about that. I think we got a lot of jewelry pieces, you guys. Here is another one that looks like some pearls with some matching pearl earrings, just some little tiny ones. So I feel very, very lucky, and I'm gonna have to share the wealth with some of you. This one has a multi-chain bracelet as well as a multi-chain necklace. I actually think this is really pretty, and it's not just because it's in gold, but it's probably because it's partially in gold. So I do think pearls are fun, and of course it was known as the Pearl of the Caribbean, Haiti was, so that makes sense in terms of us having some pearl items in here. And then I got another item that's in a little bag. I feel like she like went to like a Haitian market and picked up some of these items for us. This looks like something by Caribou, which is a company I've actually gotten items from before, and it is a moisturizing butter coffee scrub, so that's cool. A little self-care item. Little scrub in here. Let's see if it says anything about that. You could definitely probably use that with that beauty care massager that we got as well. All right, what else have we got? Ooh, we've got a little travel notebook. Now, she has had travel journals in all of the boxes so far, and this one I actually really like because it looks like it's not specifically for one destination. It does have this little rubber band here, but then it also just has nice blank pages for you to like write memories, and you guys know I love a spiral bound notebook. It's got different sections for travel notes and travel plans, different pages, so that is super helpful and a good size. Some of the other books that we've gotten have been more like a paperback size, and they're not as like travel-able. I realize I have some some shred on me. And then we also have some postcards, and this is something that I do think is often included in the book bag as well as the general admission. So we have, this looks like must be the flag. Here is that Negmowan statue that is so well known that the mug was fashioned after. Here is our artist, Zama. And then here is one more. I believe this is like a citadel or a fortress that is really famous there in Haiti. And then finally, this is kind of cool. It looks like she actually put some of the like recipes or like food items on their own little cards this time. So this is kind of easy to hold on to. I actually really appreciate that. So it's like soup joumou. We have the ingredients and the preparation for that in here. I think that is everything we got. There is a spoon here, which I'm guessing is maybe for this like sauce of some sort. But let's go ahead and quickly look at the suitcase so that we can see what we've got in store. And then, like I said, if I have a little moment in time, I will definitely go back to the booklet. So here is the cassette, which is really cool. And you just pull this little USB out from the side. So it's like this. I haven't actually shown you that before in past unboxings, but that's how it works. And then again, you have this little like ticket with a little information about the artist. And then there's always a note from the artist as well, which I think is just so cool. But you definitely want to tune in for the VIP experience if you are doing the full suitcase, because that's where you really get the special experience, the opportunity to actually interact with them. And they usually do some sort of cultural component in terms of like a cooking class, or you know, it's not just a concert, it's like getting to go backstage with the artist as well. So I'm really looking forward to this. I just think it's going to be so special. So the other items, yes, it was a Plantain Smasher. I'll have to like watch a YouTube video to learn a little bit more about it. It's talking about épice, which is, or épi, which is says this every Caribbean country has some version of this and everyone makes it different. It typically contains peppers, garlic, and various herbs. The base is typically used to make rice and beans, stews, and soups. So that actually sounds really good. I have a feeling it would be really good to marinate some fish, is what I'm thinking. Sounds good to me. But overall, you guys, again, this box is just so fantastic and there's just so much to say. One of these days I'm gonna have to do like a two-part video video so that I can kind of tell you a little bit more about the items after I've had the opportunity to use them or after I've had the opportunity to watch the VIP experience. So we did get, yes, so it was a hot chocolate bomb, which is by Chocolat Haitien, and we also got that Ascanaya chocolate that was right on top. And then finally the Haitian tablet or tablet pistache is kind of like a fun like brittle like cluster, which I'm really excited to try all of those things. And of course we have our beautiful mug to use for that kind of hot chocolate bomb. Let me know though what you know about Haiti, if you've had the opportunity to travel to this amazing country. I myself have not. Let me know what you thought about this box and what your favorite item was. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have the opportunity to travel through music with Safiya's World Music Tour, and I'll see you very soon in my next unboxing.